Now we're live.
Yes,
We were live on the other side just before you got live. You know, he got to be real fancy for our guest.
Yes.
Today.
So we have our special guest, Miss Lydia Thomas. How are you doing? Good. Now you. Thank you. So we have you here, and you with. Well, I'll let you do the introduction because I don't want to misconstrue anything. Being a fellow scientist, I know it's important to get the nuances correct, so you don't cause any confusion.
Don't you start with your fancy words this morning either.
Well, can we like speak to everybody first?
We were doing that.
Well,
while you was over there,
we was gonna let the guests. You have to have Southern hospitality.
Right.
So we see each other every week.
Right.
So we have to let our guests go first.
Okay. Well,
all her
nuances.
Guests. That's my word of the day. Nuances. I'm gonna try to use it in 5 sentences.
Nuances, huh?
Nuances. Don't ask me what it means, but I'm gonna figure it out in a minute.
Well,
gotcha.
you have to use your context clues.
Miss Lydia Thomas, everybody. Miss Lydia Thomas. Go ahead and tell everybody who you are.
Well, I'm with Paternity Direct.
Okay.
We're a DNA testing service here in Dallas, Texas. And we're partnered with Universal Forensics Laboratory. They're in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Doing a wide range of DNA testing from paternity, siblingship, prenatal, well, not prenatal, that's through another service.
Okay.
But we offer a wide range from grandparents, the
Wow.
whole gamut. We do it infidelity.
Infidelity.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff I want to hear about.
Mhm.
Is you the baby daddy?
Yeah, that's a big one too. So basically, just want to talk to the viewers and, let them know it's very important to sort the paternity of a child out early.
Right.
Early.
Right. Right.
It should not be left to the child to later figure these things out.
Right.
That's just
right.
one of the saddest situations that I have experienced. I've experienced it myself personally. I have my own personal story that I didn't know I had until in my later years when I was at least 48 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but I've always been very sympathetic to the adult children and what they go through when they're trying to figure out who their father is. Especially the ones where the father has already passed away.
Right.
Family members have already passed away. So it's very difficult. So I'm just imploring the mothers, if you have a doubt as to who the father is of your child, we know it's embarrassing, but we have to figure these things out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. We definitely appreciate that. We're going to get way more into that later on during the show.
I'm so ready.
Because we definitely got some things we got to talk about, y'all. We got some things to talk about today. We got some things to talk about today. Listen, everybody. Listen, if you want to join the conversation, 214-717-4827. Listen, if you want to ask Lydia any questions and things of that nature during the show, please give us a call. You guys know we love to hear from you guys. Y'all already know that. Mo is late. What's new? Let's move on with the show. All right. So let's talk about my boy, Mr. Biden.
Yes.
Joey Biden.
Yeah.
The homie.
Joseph Biden.
Yes.
The bestest homie.
Yeah.
Wins Texas.
Yeah, he
Now,
won Texas.
that's my boy. That's my boy. Y'all know I've been rocking with Joe from day one. I've been saying that. I've been rocking with Joe from day one because I love Joe Biden. I like what he stands for. Now, he really hasn't been, as forthcoming as I wanted to be as far as like his response to certain things. But he said something recently at a banquet that he was at yesterday. He said that we have to be careful now that it's just myself and Bernie not to tear apart the party.
Right.
See, I'm with unifying, and I guess that's probably been his whole thing all along. He hasn't been combative.
Right.
He's been really relaxed with a lot of different stuff, and I'm like, the one you're gonna have to watch out is Jill. Dr. Jill Biden.
I was about to say.
Dr. Jill Biden.
I'm calling her sensei. Okay, she is sensei.
Because let me tell you, because she kept him safe.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She kept him safe.
That's a black white woman that love her man.
That's right.
Oh, excuse me. That's a white black woman that love her man. Let me put it right.
We need that, and I'm so happy for Joe Biden. So let's talk about that, y'all. So first of all, what do you guys think about how everything turned out?
I think for me, it was actually interesting because when I went to actually go vote in the primaries, was Tuesday, it was like an experience I haven't seen.
Okay.
And of course they had Republicans one side, Democrats on the other side. That line for Democrats in Cedar Hill
Come on in, Mom.
Cedar Hill was just phenomenal to me. And it wasn't just all the blacks in Cedar Hill, it was everybody.
Right.
And that Republican line, I think, had 3 people in it. I said, well, Cedar Hill might be a little bit more.
It wasn't even a line. They didn't
No.
have I'm talking about the Republicans. It wasn't no line.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like, it might have been. Okay, I guess I can call them spots.
right there, and I was like, I guess they get to go right.
Not a line, 3 spots. They had 3
but,
spots.
But Q mentioned that earlier too when he went and voted early.
Mhm.
That the Republican line and even the turnout wasn't that high.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that when you have an incumbent in the office, a president, the opposing side is going to always have a higher turnout because they're trying to take over.
Right.
So it's not uncommon. Just like when Obama was in office, the Democratic turnout was not as high.
The second time.
The second time.
The first time we stood in line and sang "We Shall Overcome."
Right.
The funny part about it is both of Obama's terms, I did not vote. Those 2 times I did not vote.
What I want you to do
Slap yourself.
is until
know.
the day you take your last breath and you go 6 feet under, never say that again.
I did.
Until
Not out
you
loud.
take your last breath,
Not out loud.
don't ever say that again.
Not out loud.
It's not
just
like I
letting you
didn't
know.
attempt.
I wasn't listening.
What you mean you didn't
It
attempt?
don't
I
matter.
did make an attempt.
That's foolishness.
But
No.
it's a long story.
Oh.
No, it's not that I didn't want to go
Oh.
vote or anything like that. I had two instances on both times where something happened to me
You know
where
what?
I could not go.
I can't.
I'm
So
gonna tell you
let's
this.
continue with the
Yes,
election
it is.
results.
Right.
Let's talk about the results.
Right.
So Bernie did good.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Bernie
did.
won Cali.
Right.
He did.
And that's huge.
That's because that's where the pot smokers are, though.
He did good for second place, right?
Yeah.
He did second place.
But
He did good.
Because
here,
second is always not first.
True.
That's
here, this is what you have to also understand, and this is why I tell people, calm down, don't get excited,
That's right.
because it's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a
Right,
marathon.
it's a marathon.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. So initially, Bernie jumped out way ahead. Biden has come back, but they're only like 60 delegates apart.
Right.
60, 70 delegates apart. And neither one of them has the halfway point to the delegate count that they need.
Well, Bernie has said, and he made that caveat, if we don't, we're not going to fight on the convention floor. But let's go back to the very beginning when there were 101 people in there. What did Mo say? I'd go for Biden.
Yeah.
I said Biden.
Me too.
I said Biden could be his own running mate, and I would go for him. Back in the day, even before he won South Carolina. But the real winner in this is not Biden, it's not Bernie, is South Carolina Congressman Claiborne.
How so?
Because he said, because they were unsure, and he swayed.
He swayed a lot of
He
people
did.
He
with
swayed
his
At
word.
the end,
And
yeah.
the way South Carolina goes is the way the whole nation goes.
Nation go. For some
When you
reason.
win South Carolina, you can win the whole nation. So Claiborne, he just hooked. He's got 3 daughters. One is an heir apparent. So as soon as he retires, he's going for it. And the other one was the FCC, Federal Communications. She was the chair for 10 years.
Right.
But then under this new regime, I call it a regime, not a presidency. then they didn't want her to be here anymore. So that's okay. But
We at war, baby.
that's the one who won.
This-
That's the one who won. He
Yeah.
won. He was the winner. Winner chicken dinner. South Carolina ain't mad at you.
And see, let me tell you,
Claiborne,
and you remember what we
I
was
was
talking
like-
about last week. You remember where you was like, gotta be careful because, when Donald Trump started talking about, yeah, you guys going out there and vote for Bernie. The reason why he wants people to vote for Bernie is because he's really threatened by Joe Biden.
Right.
He is threatened by Joe Biden winning the election.
Because Joe Biden is everything he's not.
But
he got 5 children by 500 different women. The only reason Joe Biden got the second set of kids is because his wife and his child died.
Right.
Joe Biden is a man of his word. He's a blue collar who turned into white collar. He takes the train every day to work. He drinks a beer.
And he married a black woman.
So anyway,
she's a white black woman.
Yeah.
No, Jill black. I'm sorry,
anyway,
she's like
Dr. Jill. That's it. Dr. Jill.
Like I said, he's the only one that can stay flat-footed and speak to them. No, because when Trump says something crazy, Biden can say, "Are you out of your mind? What's wrong with you?" Because they're in the same age bracket, and they can speak that language. See, Camilla, as harsh as she was to Biden, she couldn't be that harsh because she come out as an angry black woman.
Right.
And then that lady who lied about that she was Native American, Warren, she couldn't stand because her voice was too soft. But you got Biden who'll be like, "What you say?"
Yeah.
See, and
That's because look at his home. Look who his bestie is.
No, look.
Come on now.
That was before Biden was
Biden, look, I'm sorry. Biden is a thug.
I was saying,
that part I get. Like I get that part. Like he was already a thug, and then when you got a thug for a homeboy, that just boosts you up. Just
no, he was trying. The hood boy, the homeboy wasn't thuggish. He was so straight laced and sad. So Biden was the one saying.
Biden was the one that was like, what are you doing?
Like,
why you ain't on this? Yeah.
Kind of give him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So Obama was hood and dressed.
I'm listening.
See, you know what she said? She said, "Y'all are crazy."
Look, what you have to understand is, Biden is hood. Obama was hood adjacent. So he was smoking squares and still have he's smoking squares, smoking joint.
He just he wasn't all the way Newport.
Right.
Yeah,
he was smoking cool.
Okay, I got you.
So Biden's the one that would roll up the joint while they rolling in the 6-4.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's get some things.
Kind of like how the general we rolling with Snoop now.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Wow.
I got you.
Well, congratulations to my boy Joe. Listen,
Your boy Joe.
My boy Joe.
You called Joe out from the very beginning.
I did.
He did. He was the one on the side.
I was the one. I'll be honest with you.
You're a Bernie man.
I'm a Bernie man. And
I know you're a Bernie man.
I had to make a tough call on it.
Well, at least you voted this time.
Here's
I voted, okay? There was 2 times in my life I did not vote. It was not my fault. It wasn't nothing but Satan. It was Satan that
for the
kept
one
me
black
from
president. 2 times she didn't vote for the one black president.
Let me tell you something.
For the only one.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Another one.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm telling you, they'll make a fool out of you every time. I ain't lying.
So just leave it alone.
Right.
But what everybody didn't understand why I'm so big on Bernie is because of the health insurance.
Right.
That's the winning argument to me. Not only that, his stance has been the same for decades. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he's all of a sudden new. This is a dude that was marching with MLK.
Yeah.
Point blank period. So if you're looking at history and being consistent, which is what I do, to me, now granted, whoever wins the nomination, they got my vote. Point blank period. But if you have to ask me to choose between Biden and Bernie, I'm going to choose Bernie every time. But then again, I'm biased because of my health problem.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know the impact that having health issues can cause on you financially.
Right.
And it's not fun.
That's true.
At all.
So when I look at something, you ask people to rank what's most important to them, healthcare tops my list. Point blank period.
Right.
Because I know the financial impact not having, these insurance companies and these pharmaceutical companies, I know the impact they can have on somebody financially from personal experience. Yeah. And it's not fun when you have insurance and you're still paying $800-900 a month for medication.
Yep.
That's just medication alone, not doctor's bills and visits and stuff like that. $800-900 just on medication.
And you wonder why I'm only a part-time diabetic. Being a full-time diabetic,
It's
boy,
too
it's
expensive.
But
expensive.
my medication for the first time was $400.
Mhm.
So I went to the doctor. I said, I'm not gonna be taking this because it's $400. And then she found some samples.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, they got the samples.
Oh yeah.
They got the samples.
Yeah.
But when
Because the pharmaceutical rep comes with them, feeding them
oh
every
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
$500 for 1 month worth of pills is just that's just.
It's ridiculous.
And
you
I'm just
wouldn't
like,
know
can
whether
I?
to go to Mexico
Let me
or
just
Canada.
put it in half. Let me just cut it in half. This lasts me 2 months.
You say that,
and
but-
I got insurance.
Well, no, okay, this is what I tell the doctor. Bless her heart. So glad she on her cruise or somewhere. She flew somewhere.
Doctor, you listen to
she
what
ain't
Mo
listen.
say.
So the doctor say, well, you need 1 pill a day.
Mhm.
I said, well, you write on that prescription, I need 2.
Mhm.
Because then I take 1 pill a day.
Mhm.
Right.
And it lasts me for 2 months.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Or with the lisinopril, I always tell people to
Stop
tell
taking
them,
that.
I always tell people to take that. You ain't gonna be on the airwaves telling people not to take their medicine.
Yes.
First of all,
Ask for
first of all,
alternatives
it's
to
two
lisinopril.
First of all, it's 2 types of lisinopril. It's
Okay.
that purple one and that yellow one. That yellow one makes you cough.
That's the yellow.
Okay.
That's
Thank
the one I had.
Well, then say the yellow one. Don't-
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. The yellow lisinopril, get an alternative.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
so I tell them,
Okay.
you know, they say take 1 a day. So I say go ahead and write their prescription for 3 a day.
Mm.
So then I got how many months? That's
3
right.
months.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
Do the math.
So we proud of everybody, you know, for keeping up with the elections. Listen, everybody, it's very important that whatever state that you're watching us in, that you get out and vote. With one thing that you really can conclusively say from what we just experienced on Tuesday, that the black vote does matter.
Oh,
Very much
absolutely.
does.
Have you heard the radio ad?
Yes. And so
Bloomberg just didn't know what to say.
He said all right. I liked all of his ads.
I hated all his
I
ads.
actually
I
liked
got
his
so
ads
sick
too.
of the
Now I'm not.
if I was black,
I've been saying I'm not
I-
saying that his ads didn't have an ulterior motive to them.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. And shout out to my people in New York because he did a number on New York. New Yorkers are not forgiving. Y'all do know that.
Yeah.
Some New Yorkers are not forgiving about this man. And so I can't. We can only say, look, I'm in Texas. I know what racism is in Texas. I've experienced racism some different places. Mo hush. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
look
what. I don't know.
But I know what stop and frisk is.
Yeah, we know what stop and frisk is.
Because that shit didn't happen to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, Stop and Frisk should have been on that. You seen that new video of them boys kicking that one black girl's butt over? So they should have stopped and frisked. And we have a guest.
Yeah.
Because
I
that right.
agree.
But if
So
we
you
keep
know
saying
what?
she family, let's not beat around the bush.
No, I know, but you know what? If you look a certain way, that's not right. If you act a certain way, that's not right. Well, then stop looking and acting that way. Because I'm going to hold my purse close if you in a hoodie and you got your pants down. But I'm also going to hold my purse close if you got on khakis and you got on a Vineyard Vine shirt.
Absolutely.
You know why?
Well.
Because I think all of y'all after my $2.
Mm.
So I want to frisk everybody. But that video right there with those group of dudes kicking that one girl and then taking her Jordans, I'm waiting for Snoop to say something. Because he cried over somebody who was dead and wanted to cuss out Gayle King. Well, I'm waiting for Snoop to say something. I'm still waiting. I've been waiting 48 hours. I contacted those people. I said, what Snoop say? He ain't seen the video? Let him watch a video.
Man, we should send it to him.
Well, we should
I mean,
send it to
he
him.
comments on some odd stuff.
So
So,
stop.
yeah,
So
that's
stop
what
and
we should.
frisk.
Yeah.
Stop and frisk. I can understand it. Can you not understand it?
No.
You know why?
No.
Until you're a woman. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can tell you this. Being in Austin, just because I'm in a Mercedes and I'm a young black man
Wait, you
getting
should've
pulled
been in
over and
Austin.
handcuffed,
Should have been awesome.
I know what that's like. I know what it's like to get pulled over in a little country town going to college because my car doesn't fit the description of what they believe a young black man should have. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to have people look at me strange when I tell them that yes, I came out of A&M with a chemical engineering degree. They look at my resume, and then when they see me in person, they have a whole different attitude. But when I'm on the phone, it's, oh, yes, we can't wait to meet you. Then you meet me in person, your attitude change.
Well,
I know what that's like.
Ask Sandra Bland. Oh, we can't because she dead.
Right.
We understand it.
And,
we
and
get
again,
it. We
that,
get it.
that
It
same
goes
little
across
thing.
the board. But to demean him for that stop and frisk is their purview. It's their come from. That's what they experience in New York.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to give it to him
Yeah.
that the ads were slick.
It was
But see,
slick.
he was the only other person who could come for Trump and get that regime out of there. He was the only person. Because when Trump sits in there and says, you know, I am a billionaire, and then
He still ain't pull his taxes out.
He can't, because he ain't no multi-millionaire either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he know once, and again, this is why he's changed his residence to Florida,
Right.
because he know
And
once
that's
he's
good.
out,
Right.
all his information gonna become public knowledge, and it's
Right.
gonna get pulled.
Right.
Everybody
Right,
gonna
right.
be on it.
He went
Yeah.
on his income tax refund just like LaQuisha is.
Hell, I just had to pay $800 and something to the IRS.
What?
I'm pissed.
So
But
let
You
me
gotta
ask,
pay 800. Let's
So
go.
let me
These
ask,
men can come for the regime and knock it down. Bloomberg could.
so let me ask y'all something. So since we're talking about this now, you know, you brought this up in the phone conference Wednesday. Why aren't black people coming out? Now, I am very excited to have seen to see our people just do the thing, because they did the thing.
Mhm.
They were out. People were waiting. Harris County was voted till 11:30.
What age?
Yeah.
Um,
What age?
Well, according to what I saw on CNN when they was going around that corner, it was mostly looked like probably 18 to 40.
There was CNN that was in Atlanta.
No, they went to the Austin, remember, because they were showing the longest line in Harris County. Remember, Harris County had the longest line in the country that was
Yeah.
open at the time.
But that was at TSU. Harris
Was
County,
it?
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Wherever that was,
you
that line was
got
sneaking.
you got five
Yeah.
colleges
Right
within a
there.
3-mile radius.
Right,
So that's
right.
probably. But in your line, what did you see?
Oh, in my line?
Yeah. In
Oh
that
my
line,
God.
Did you get any numbers?
I didn't
My
get- I didn't
line
get
when
any
I went,
numbers.
and at the time that I went, I was probably about 3.
Because this is new to her.
Voting is not new to me, okay?
Well,
Wait a
Not
minute. If you
new.
had-
So how many people were there older? Were like the 40?
Oh, you
over,
talking about when I went to
45?
go vote?
When you went to
Mine
go
was
vote.
like
Oh, no,
40.
when
Looked
I went
like
to go
about 40
vote-
to 60 in mine.
No, because when I went to go vote, it was people my age and older.
Okay, see.
Yeah, it was my age and older. Yeah.
When I went to vote, it was a good mix.
Mhm.
And what I liked was that you had a bunch of young people there that was trying to figure it out. It seemed like it was like maybe their first time voting.
Mhm.
But the older people that were like 50, 60 and up, it was like, well, baby, this is what you do, and this is how you do it. And it was like, it was a good mix of people. So it was a good age mix. Now,
Good.
granted, when I went, I only stood in line like maybe 10 minutes. Now, the line was long.
When'd you go though?
I voted early.
No, OC, early vote.
Yeah,
Yes,
I voted
went
early.
I voted early.
So now I voted early, but again, there was still a good line. I maybe waited like 15 minutes to vote because the line was moving fairly quick. But what I noticed, what some people were doing, like there was a younger group of people that were there, and then you had an older group of people that were pulling them to the side because they were looking confused. So they pulled them off to the side and was like, okay, this is how you work the machine, and this is, and then they would get in line, and people was like, oh, well, they would, come on, get in line, get in front of me, go ahead. And I like the coordination and the friendliness of people helping each other.
But you were in Collin County?
Yes,
Okay. And then you were in, what county were you in?
Dallas.
Dallas County.
Okay.
Yeah. So why do you think that some of our people are not voting? Now, I could think of a couple of excuses or reasons. Let me change.
You
it
had
to
it right
reasons.
for excuses.
Well, yeah, maybe,
Excuses.
but I'm gonna say reasons. The only
No,
reason why
don't lie.
I'm saying reasons is because we don't read.
Yeah.
We don't read. Some of us don't read. Let me make this point. Like I was talking to one of my little cousins just got out the pen. He just got the pen. I'm so glad he's at home. He said when he was released, they tell you, all right, that when your voters' rights are reinstated, when you finish said parole, okay, you'll be able to vote for this year, whatever year that you're able to vote, right? So he got that knowledge of whatever case it is. Now, He was locked up in Huntsville, all right? So, you know, I'm not saying that Texas is the best place or prisons to put your people, your
That's where my family from, watch them out.
But I'm saying that, you know, we are in a place right now where some people are saying that because they were felons at one point in time that they can't vote anymore. There are some people that are saying, listen, man, I didn't know that I could vote after a certain amount of time. So that, for those people, I would simply suggest to read and to inquire on your own situation. Because when you have situations like that for people that are getting out of prison or out of halfway houses or different things like that can't vote or that don't think that they can vote, that is a whole chunk of the pie.
Right.
You know, now one thing I do like about Bernie Sanders, y'all, people gonna say I'm crazy for saying this, but I really do believe that if you are a prisoner in the United States of America, anywhere in any prison system, and they're making money off of you, you should be able to vote. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you did. You should be able to vote. If we can make money off of your bed, then you should be able to vote.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just saying, Mo. Now, I'm just because Mo, think about it.
If they can you can put money in the pockets of a corporation. Why can't that person vote?
I think they should be able
because
to.
is that not the same thing as having a job?
I mean, we're voting on legislation.
Some rights
I'm pretty sure they want to vote.
Some rights should be taken away from some people.
Well, yeah.
Like, you know, some liberties should be taken. That's why I'm taking the
Oh,
liberties.
okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So to vote is a privilege.
Yeah.
And if you want to go molest a child or kill someone, you know what? Gonna take some liberties away.
Fair.
Now,
fair.
I don't think should you get 3 hots in a cot?
No.
Right.
You should not have 3 hot meals or 3 meals and a bed, and I'm struggling with making 2 meals a day. No. And I work 2 jobs. No. What I want you to do though is, like you said, I want them to know about a sponge, getting their records of sponge. I think that's a great, and Texas has a really good one. But if our people would look at, they can look at Instagram, they can look at TikTok, they can look at Facebook, they should be able to Google it sponge. Now they'll probably spell it different kind of ways, but it'll correct you.
ESPONG.
But I want, if it's important to them for them to get a job.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
I say, if it's important to them for them to get a job so they can get an outfit to go to a concert, please make it important enough for you to get your record expunged.
Yeah,
I agree, Mo.
I agree.
But
I
I mean,
agree, Mo.
I've
Yes.
never particularly been in a prison. I've seen prison movies
You've had prison men.
in my family.
Yeah.
In my family. I used to be engaged to one, but anyway.
See, I told you.
Wait
a minute.
I did.
This is just sort of glossed that over.
I
real
did.
quick.
I did real quick. But I mean, there are. No, I didn't. Anyway,
You don't
moving
conquer
on.
people.
They do have libraries
you have conjugal
in
visits.
prisons.
You had a conjugal visit at the prison.
She wasn't married. She
I
can't get
wasn't
time.
married.
No, so wait a minute. So Texas allow conjugal visits?
If
with
you're
the prison?
married.
Oh, I don't. If you're married, so
Under
I
certain
wasn't
circumstances.
married. I don't visit. I don't write. I will see you when you get out.
But you were
This is
there.
tough love. Oh no, this fool wasn't. He was only there like 3 weeks. You ain't know all the time. But I did have a friend that went to prison, and I did not write. I did not communicate or anything like that.
I'm nervous.
I don't, because I mean,
You don't need no killers coming up here looking for you.
no,
You all on
and for
camera.
one, I ain't dealing with no murderers anyway. But my thing is, if you want to go out and intentionally do bad things, and you have a nice home to come to, you have 3 meals a day, you know what I'm saying? But you want to go out and rob and steal, you know, and all that extra stuff, and they lock you up, you lost me too, because that's something you did not have to do. Period.
Okay.
I have family members that have gone to prison, and I love them to death. I just feel that if you want to be out here stealing and killing folk, you know, bumping people off and all that kind of stuff, you deserve to be cut off from some stuff.
Okay.
Because some of you don't have to. And we got a bunch of men in prison right now that did not have to.
Yeah.
And you just out here being stupid. Black, white, Chinese, purple, green, yellow, whatever color you are, whatever race you are, whatever nationality you are, if you out here just intentionally doing things, we need to sit you down.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, now, real quick, before we go to our celebrity gossip section, let's talk about the coronavirus.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about the coronavirus now,
Reggie?
bro. I'm gonna let you take this because
Ain't no
people
corona in this
people
cup, so I think
panicking.
I'm safe.
Lysol at Walmart.com is $56.95. I saw a bottle of sanitizer like the one I keep in my bag, $47 on Walmart.com. The big thing like this, Montana, on Walmart.com was $105, Mo.
Baby,
$105.
people is bathing in hand sanitizer.
The CVS by my house, got Lysol on sale right now for $9 and some change for a regular size bottle. I went right on over to the Dollar General.
So they
and paid
take
$2
more
and some.
precaution to do that than they do.
Dollar Tree, everything's still $1. So
Everybody
go
got
get you
the
some hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer. Everything is $1 at Dollar Tree to this day.
Lysol in Walmart for $5.
Wow, but that's Walmart.com is where they gouge you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Now,
online. So
okay.
help us out.
Come on,
bro.
Reggie.
Come
All
on.
right.
Can you tell us what it is first? And
Number
help
Give
one.
us,
out?
give us the facts, not my conspiracy theories I gave on Wednesday.
Okay.
Give us the facts.
Number one, facts. This is a virus. It is very similar to the flu.
Okay.
So you need to treat it as if you would during flu season.
Okay.
Couple of things that people misunderstand. Number one, hand sanitizer and sanitizers, period. They only are effective if you first clean the surface you are sanitizing. The reason that is because the germs will hide under the dirt, and then the sanitizer is not even effective. Now, if you're in a pinch and you cannot wash your hands, yes, hand sanitizer is better than nothing. However, if you're in a position where you have the ability to wash and clean and wash first, then sanitize. So you have to get rid of the bigger organisms first. So you have to clean to expose the microorganisms and the bacteria and the viruses. So then you can actually sanitize a surface.
Okay.
Number two, the mask.
Let's talk about the mask, man.
No,
Facts, not my conspiracy.
again, facts. Masks are only effective, number one, if you wear them properly. Number two, if you're wearing a mask and you're not sick, it does you no good. It actually does you more harm because then it has the potential to trap the bacteria and the virus right up against your face. And usually what most of you people are doing, you're not wearing the mask right, then you're touching it all the time. So stop.
Okay.
So get rid of the mask. If you're sick and you want to help contain everything, absolutely wear a mask. If you're not sick, the only way that it would actually be effective is if you have a HEPA filter or a micron filter on the mask.
Okay.
Then it would be effective, but then on those, they'll run you about $600-700.
So is that the filter that's in the side that surgeons use maybe?
No, this is
No?
even more. No, this is way bigger than what surgeons use. It's
Okay.
like it's to make it real simple and plain. It's like a gas mask without the face shield.
And it's like the one I got in my house. However, I can't have a HEPA as an asthmatic, and someone suffers from bronchitis. I shouldn't have a HEPA filter that close to my mouth and nose anyway.
Thank you.
Wow.
And I was
Wow.
going there, but
Yeah.
you beat me
I
to it.
mean,
Wow.
But
what's wrong
here's
with these
the
people?
other thing. The other thing that I really need people to calm down about is, granted, yes, it's better to give fist bumps, elbow shakes, and all that. That's cool. But use common sense. Stop looking at all these Facebook posts talking about, hey, if you drink water out the water hose as a kid, you're immune to coronavirus. Now, granted, it's funny, but it's not really true. If you want information, most of you all have a computer in your back pocket. It's called your cell phone.
Call your cell phone.
Go to the
Yeah.
CDC or Center for Disease Control or World Health Organization. Go to those websites and get the real information and stop following all this nonsense, because you're only doing yourself more damage. You're costing yourself more harm, and you're spending money you really don't even have to spend. If you
So,
take the time
yeah.
and just clean your house from top to bottom,
Thank you, baby.
you clean your house from top to bottom, then you sanitize. After that, you get your bottle, get your spray can of aerosol sanitizer, like Lysol. You get something like your scrubbing bubbles or your sanitizer, Lysol wipes, whatever you get, but you have to clean the surface first, then you come back and sanitize, and then you'll be good. Stop freaking out. Because here in Texas, in Dallas, we haven't had any instances of the coronavirus. But yet people freaking out in Dallas.
I mean, I agree with you. If
Well,
they clean their houses first and those cars.
The house should have been clean.
Well, okay.
Well,
So anyway,
well,
and because they're and see, this is the sad part. They're
Oh, I
coming
gotta
from
get up there,
they're
man.
coming from places like.
I have to get up there.
Did it start like in China?
Yes.
Where they're known for cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're known for not clutter. They're known for not dirt.
That's where my
But how
conspiracy theory come in.
clean is it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Could that be because a lot of people are not testing in Dallas yet?
Yes, I
Well,
agree. I agree
they're
because a lot
trying
of
to-
people have been traveling to and from.
Right. So a lot of people have not been tested in Dallas. You're absolutely right. But to actually get it to where it's on the CDC radar, there would have to be some issues of a person traveling through. But they're very good at tracking and trending the information. So every person that's been impacted, they'll follow where they've been.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where they're able to track, okay,
Pinpoint.
well, you've been here. Well, where else did you go? Because those are one of the key questions that they ask somebody once they found out you're infected. Where have you been? If you notice, they're asking people for the last, 14 to 21 days.
Yeah.
That's what, so that 3-week time frame, where have you been? What have you been
That's a lot of
doing?
traveling.
That's a lot of places you
3
could have
weeks.
gone. And people don't even understand, like, okay, let me just break it down to you. The reason that quarantine is even a word, because back in the dark ages, when they had the outbreak of the bubonic plague, France kept ships off their coast for 2 weeks to see if anybody got sick before they could actually come onto land. That's where quarantine comes from. Quarantine is like basically French for 14.
But you know when you go to the doctor, you know the first question they always ask you before they get the insurance card?
What?
Have you been out of the country
Oh,
for
yeah.
21 days?
Last 21 days.
Yeah.
And again,
Mhm.
why is that? It's because it takes that long for it to incubate and to start showing symptoms. Some people are asymptomatic. That's going to happen. You're not going to have symptoms. But you still have to be careful. We all have to do our due diligence and do our part to help prevent this. Just don't do nothing. Don't do all this stupid stuff. Clean your house, sanitize. You'll be good.
Take a
Wipe your
bath.
hands. Yeah. Wash your
Please.
hands.
Do the things that you have not been doing. Take a bath.
Let me
I
tell you
don't
something.
know.
Take a
Let me
sit
tell you
down
something.
bath.
You-
Sit down bath.
T. Howe on Facebook, thanks for commenting, man. He says, wash your hands and
That's
cover
my
your
sister.
darn mouth.
Yes.
My sister.
That's your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And she said, and when you sneeze and cough, first of all, teach the people how to cough.
Number
You
one.
teach them how to cough because some people don't know how to cough.
Okay, when you cough
And
or
sneeze.
sneeze,
Yes. Teach
cough
them.
or sneeze, don't do it in your hands.
Listen, everybody.
Do not do it in your hands. The best way to do it is in your elbow.
In your elbow.
In your elbow. What that does is help prevent the spread. It also, if you're wearing long sleeve shirts, it traps most of the germs there. Which means when you go home, take clothes
them
off.
off.
Wash
and
your
wash
clothes.
Right. Wash
Don't
your
be
clothes.
wearing 'em.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, do something different that you don't do every day. Wash your clothes.
Like, okay, so what I do, okay, now, how true is this? Tell me, Reggie.
Mhm.
When you sneeze, or when someone sneezes, it remains in the air up to 6 feet for 90 minutes. Am I right?
Wow.
It
That's a long
depends.
time.
There's a variation, but roughly about 60 to 90 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
Because organisms, again, these are microbials. They are lighter than air. They float. But they do not, if there's not a lot of wind movement or air movement, then they'll usually stay in the same area for quite a bit.
Okay, so that's why I tell the kids, so somebody sneezes or has a, sneezing fit, in one of the tests, I'd be like, okay, when that class is over, because the class is only 47 minutes,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, no one sit right there, let me spray.
No.
Right.
that's not
They
me,
get
but-
on me so bad because they know. Everyone gets a Lysol
Mhm.
wipe on their desk.
Right.
Now let's use it.
Right.
And I make them use the wipe and clean their phones because
Right.
when they go to the bathroom, which I know they're not going to the bathroom to use,
Mhm.
they want to take their phone.
Right.
I'm like, no, you can't take your phones. You're going to the bathroom to use it.
Right.
And then I talk about fecal matter being on there, and I talk about because when they flush, the contaminants from the flush are going in the air and it remains in there, and then they get grossed out and they miss it.
And this is what people
have such a
fail
way
to
with
realize.
words.
Fail to realize your phone
Yes, indeed.
is
Oh, yeah.
actually dirtier than most toilets.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm gonna need everybody. You so concerned? When was the last time you wiped down your phone?
Or was the last time you washed your pillow on your bed?
I'm sorry.
That's every week. What you
I'm
talking
so
about?
sorry.
Well, don't do that.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
You don't wash your pillows? Who
I'm
does
sorry.
that?
No, I do. People
I have to.
And then-
I slop.
And then
I wash
quarterly,
my
guess
pillows
what I
often.
do?
Take
I
everything
slap when I
out?
sleep.
I get 2 new pillows at $19.99 in March.
Well, that's fine. But
Quarterly.
I
You know
keep
how many pillows on my bed,
Instead
man?
of going to
I got
Papa
like-
Do's, I go get new pillows quarterly.
my
I
pillows
don't like
in a protective case.
Mhm.
So I take my cases off once
Yeah.
a month, but I wash my sheets every week.
Yeah.
But then I take my case off once a month. So my case
Yeah, I
for
have
my
that
pillows
protect, yeah.
and then my mattress protector, I wash those once a month.
Right.
See, when
But-
you have dogs, you just.
Oh, yeah, I don't
when you
have
have
any.
dogs, you have to, and everyone's like, I changed my filter. Take the filter off. I don't even know what it's called. The vent.
Mhm.
Take the vent off and take it outside and spray it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you have to unscrew it, spray it. So just spray all the vents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have dogs, but I mean, I've seen it done before. I don't do those things.
Well, I tell you what, we got about
Thank you for the coronavirus information.
let me see, about 7 minutes before we go on break. So we're gonna knock on a little bit of celebrity gossip. When we come back from our break, Sunshine named the music after me. It's called Q's Jazzy something. Because we doing upbeat
It's
jazz
only
today.
Q's jazz because I ain't got no jazz.
Well,
And
'cause
the 2
it's
jazz songs I had, she
I
told me to switch
love
up.
upbeat
Because
jazz.
my jazz, I've never heard of upbeat jazz. All
You
my
never
jazz is
heard-
mellow.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah.
I
All
love
my
upbeat
jazz
jazz.
is in the
Yeah,
backseat
mine is-
with
yeah.
my citronella candles talking
Exactly.
about my life
Wait,
choices and what I gotta do.
in the back seat. Talk about your
I'm
wife.
talking about in the back. I didn't mean back.
Oh,
She did that, see? She said it.
Yeah.
I was, you know that little slide in.
Yeah.
In the backyard.
She was talking about the
No,
little.
in
She
the
was
back
talking
seat.
about on the.
Sometimes you gotta have date night when you got kids. And
She was
shit.
talking about on the back of the
back seat.
F-150.
With my citronella.
Hey, it
citronella
works.
candles.
It works. String up some lights across the top of the garage, and y'all just be in
Miss
there.
Shimmy,
What's up?
crank it up.
Crank it up.
Crank
Oh,
it
we
up.
got so much going on. And you said how many minutes we got?
We
'Cause I got a
got
lot going on.
we
right?
got about 5 minutes. I'll tell you what,
You
we'll
wanna do
get a
some
couple
now?
pieces and then we'll come back and we'll finish it and then the
Okay.
rest of the segment's gonna be
Well, I
going
give
to
you the
the
non super important
The
gossip we got.
non-super? Well, what you
Yeah.
got?
All
Okay.
of it non-super. Okay.
It's very important. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of our other people's celebrity mess we got going. Well, it ain't really mess, but as y'all know, Julianne Hough, I think I'm saying her name right, Huff, from Dancing with the Stars. She's one of the trainers from Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
Julianne Hough. So her husband came out a couple months ago and
Came out
was
what?
saying, "I'm gonna tell you."
Oh, I thought you mean he was gay.
I'm-
Go ahead,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm
She
so
gotta
sick
get
of
through.
Mo. Right.
She gotta get
So
through,
he
Mo.
did an interview a couple months ago, and he was saying that he wants to be more curious with his sexuality. And so, of course, all the internet America blew up about, oh my God, is he gay? Is he bisexual? Is he trisexual? You know, all this kind of stuff. So he did
Okay.
clear that up in the media this week. He was saying that he wants to be more curious with his sexuality between him and his wife. You know, he wants to make sure that he is completely tuning into her. So her husband is not gay, unfortunately. So it's not any.
Explain it to me. You said he said that some couple of months ago?
Yes. He did an interview a couple months ago.
And he just responded now?
Right, because you know how people go back. You say
No.
something in one interview,
No.
and then it be months later before somebody come up and say
That was
something.
his PR team, but go ahead, next.
Yeah, what's the next one? Yeah, because I
So
don't
some
care
good
about
news.
it. I don't care about
I told
being
you I was
fucking
gonna
his
give you the
wife.
not. Well, the thing is, everybody misconstrued his words, and he never really gave any detail about it. So
Gotcha.
that's why it was a really, really big thing. And he was like, I just really want to be more in tune with my wife because apparently I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Is
So I
she
need to make
cheating
sure.
on him or something?
No, she's not cheating.
Are
He
we
just
sure?
not really. Well, he didn't come out and say.
I mean, but what are you worrying about pleasing her for if she's still there? I mean, she's still there. I mean, my thing is...
Hey, I'm just telling you, I can only report
Oh,
the news, and this is on people.com.
People.com. Thank you, people.
Also, people.com is also reporting Nene and Miss Wendy Williams, because you know Nene Leakes and Wendy Williams, they like this.
So they be talking about Wendell Williams.
The two men.
I like Nene Leakes, but I
Well,
can't
if you
call
like
her
or not,
man.
a thing is a thing.
Apple's apple.
Woo!
Okay, Mo got the tea on that on another day. But anyway, so apparently Nene and Wendy Williams are thick as thieves. They're tight as glue. You know, they talk every day. They have a really good friendship. Apparently, I don't know why she hasn't been on Real Housewives of Atlanta. If they have, you know, clue. They don't have show Nene.
It's a check.
I'm just saying. But anyway, so Wendy Williams comes out and says that Nene's holding on to a big secret. Everybody's trying to figure out what the secret is. Everybody think that, you know, Nene is now leaving Real Housewives. She sent a text to Wendy Williams and said, "I quit." That's all she did. Wendy Williams, of course, goes on the show and says, "Well, Nene is quitting Housewives."
You know that's old, right? That's like
I'm
4 weeks
finna
old.
give you the new news.
The new news.
Hold
I
it.
want the new news.
That's
now.
what I'm trying to give you. I got the tip.
No, don't give me no
Not
old.
everybody stay up on that. Not
Yeah.
everybody stay up on it. Like
No,
you
we need
be
the
on top of
news.
it. But anyway, so she came back and she was like, "I don't know why Wendy's blowing it all out of proportion. Blah blah blah. I could have quit anything." She said, "I could have quit having sex with Greg. I could have quit having, you know, wine after dinner. You know, it wasn't really no big deal. But apparently she is not leaving Housewives. So we gonna get the super contour nose for a couple more seasons." At this point, I told you it's not. I'm giving you the non-really important news right now. And give y'all the juicy
The
stuff later.
non-really important news.
Yeah, non-really important.
Okay.
And on a good note, I don't
What's a
know
good
if y'all
note?
follow American Idol, but Katy
Okay.
Perry, who is engaged to Orlando Bloom, which I did not know, that was.
I didn't know she was engaged to him either.
Yeah, right.
I
So
don't
she
know
released.
either one of them. Go ahead.
Katy Perry?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, do you watch American Idol?
No.
Okay. Anyway, she's a judge
I
on
watched
American
her
Idol.
at
She used to
Table
date. She used to date Russell Brand. If you know who Russell
I
Brand.
don't know who Russell
Oh
Brand is.
goodness, I need y'all to stay up. But anyway, so she just newly released a video, "Never Worn White," that's coming off of her new album, and she reveals her cute new little baby bump. So congratulations,
Katy Perry
Katy
pregnant?
Perry
Oh,
is
cool.
pregnant.
That's kind of cool.
Did she get married?
They are engaged. They did push the
She
wedding
didn't
back,
get
but
married?
they're
She
getting
about to
married.
get
They're,
married,
they're
Mom.
engaged.
Oh, okay. So don't
Yeah,
talk
so that's kind of cool.
Don't-
Katy
That's
Perry
still
pregnant.
because
Yeah.
this is her first baby.
Don't talk
You
about
know,
the
it's
Pusha
her
when she
first.
don't get married. Katy Perry got all that money, didn't get married. She can't afford $75 to go to the courthouse. All right. Next.
Mo!
Yeah, Mo hard on you. Mo hard on you, boy.
I
Mo.
think that's great. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I did
that's
send
kinda
y'all that
cool.
story this week about the girl that they got off the street on American Idol. She didn't get a chance
Yeah.
to register. She waited. I can't remember. Somebody found the story. I sent it to y'all. I can't remember her name.
I seen it.
Diamond Taylor, I think was her
Something
name.
like, yeah.
And you know, she is now going to Hollywood. Young black girl. She sat out there. She said, "I was prepared to sit here all day." And Ryan Seacrest, he saw her move from spot to spot the whole day. He was like, "What is she doing?" And he goes up and asks her, you know, was she registered? She's like, "No, I think I missed it." She's like, "But if I had to sit here all day and wait, I want to be heard." That girl can sing. I will repost it on Master Gas.
See, that's what Fantasia did.
So yeah.
She slept in her car. You know, she drove, she slept in her car until she was able to audition. That girl waited in line for a long time before she could get into the auditions, and when she got in, she blew them away, and then took the whole competition.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, I think
cool.
this young lady is gonna go very far. She's really young. I think she's like 20. She's like really
Okay.
young, and she can really, really sing. Had the whole crowd just crying and boo-hooing. So
Well, cool.
hopefully that standing too long don't end up like how Fantasia did though, because now Fantasia can't keep her shoes on.
All right.
So long.
So when we come back, Miss Shimmy's gonna finish up. She's gonna give her about another 5 minutes to finish up the celebrity segment, or celebrity gossip segment. Then
R.
we're gonna.
Kelly's in the celebrity gossip this week.
Why?
Oh, I'll be back with that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna talk about. We're gonna sit in. We're gonna talk to Lydia. Listen, guys, we got some great information as well as some news that we're gonna be announcing right here on Master Gas Entertainment. So my girl Mo Swag is gonna take us to break. And I'm excited, Mo. What are we listening to?
All right, so we are listening to Diamond Dreams. Yes, we are. And then we're gonna listen to Just Fine by Hunter Rose. I'm telling you, these are some really.
I thought that was Mary J. Blige just fine.
See you guys in a minute.
I'm saying, that's what I thought it was. I
Okay,
ain't gonna lie.
so we're gonna
Okay.
do it live now. And letting everyone know and tag everyone about the show. like on our individual pages about the DNA. What's the name of the DNA company? So I can get
Paternity.
Paternity Direct. She
We
have
got
a card.
It's-
She bought a card. Yeah.
Where I read off of it.
I ain't
Yeah.
got no baby daddy, so I
And
don't.
what we're gonna do is when we come.
Oh, we do siblings.
No. My daddy can't deny all of us. We all look alike. That ain't even there's no question in my family.
Yeah, and they've seen me and my dad, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I tell you how many people. Right?
Yes, Mama, we got our coasters.
That has
Thank y'all so much for watching. We sure appreciate it.
Just
Let
got
me
there
see.
just to get their percentages.
Oh, we did that, yeah.
And find out their match.
Oh wow, it's a lot of y'all watching.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
I come from a blended family.
Now, I have a problem with that because that's a database of information, and I need to know who has access to that database. Nobody's been able to answer that question.
What?
So
The
if-
government. The government.
So what database?
So-
The ancestry.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop because that gets my
You
mind.
know the
away.
government is all conspiracy. Y'all know I'm good for conspiracy theories.
Nah, on that one, I'm
But
like,
you ain't good for voting. I can't believe
I
that.
can't
That was
say-
2
I'm
times.
not sure whether or not law enforcement has access or they share. I doubt it, but.
no, they actually found a serial rapist in Florida from a DNA test that they
Which is
did.
cool.
Who did the test?
He did his family did the test.
Oh.
And they were doing like all this, like trying to find out who they were.
Yeah.
And the funny part was he didn't actually do the test.
It was a paternity.
Yeah, it was one of his kids that did the test, and then the DNA similarities popped up. So then they started. Oh, it was a cold case. Well, they had a serial rapist trying to figure out who it was, but then they were like, oh, they cross-referenced everything to this database from this DNA testing, and then they found similarities, and so they started digging, and then they found him perfect match.
But I'm wondering if that was a private DNA or you went to the state.
That's a good question. There is a difference.
Right, there's a difference.
So if it's a private one, then it makes a difference.
Right, it makes a difference.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I need to know the private ones because I don't want government all up in my business.
Why? You got cell phone.
Huh?
You got cell phone.
What do you mean?
So
They already in your business.
It's not analog.
I don't
You know, I see a lot.
Well, I mean, I know you have other,
but I don't know.
things going on. Well, whatever. Yes, Mama, we got the coaster.
Yes,
yes.
ma'am. We got the
So
coasters.
behind the
Thank you.
scenes,
Yes. And
here's
we're
the coaster.
Okay.
yes, we got the coasters. Thank you very much for the coasters.
Yeah,
Yes.
just, whatever you
All
comfortable
mashed
with,
together.
Yeah,
it's
even for
fine.
me,
What's
you know,
paraphernalia?
Yeah.
Is available for sale for y'all that are watching.
Yeah.
Inbox us, we'll let y'all know. We
Well,
have
you know what? We
posters.
welcome your opinion.
What else
You
we
know,
got?
that's why we.
Oh, yeah.
talk
We got-
about it.
We got our hoodies.
Well, are people gonna come?
Not
yeah.
political like that.
We
though.
Are
have
there people?
T-shirts.
t-shirts. We also have
Yeah.
journals. This
you'll
is
be
Shimmy
able to,
2.0's
you
journal.
know,
But you can
you'll
give
be
your
able
own
to
journal
answer
with your
whatever
picture.
questions you want.
Or
ask all-
if you
people
want
call
to
in,
take
they can
pictures
ask
with
you a
Match the
couple
Gas
questions.
Post and get your
You know,
journal.
especially
Okay, everything's for
when we start
sale.
to talk about
I don't
your
have the
DNA
cups.
test and stuff. I'm
Oh, we
She's
don't
doing,
have-
we don't have the
I'm
cups.
thinking
She's working
people-
on it.
Yeah, we
don't
have
have.
cups coming
Yeah.
soon.
Because
Cups coming
people, some people, they
So
really
again,
wanna
for all our
know
people
all
on,
that information,
Facebook, YouTube, as always, y'all get the behind the
You
scenes.
don't mind if I take
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
This
we're
is
on
how
break,
we
so
do.
yeah, Fine, go ahead.
So I have to ask, you're a very important person. Your phone been blowing up. Like
I
crazy.
know.
Yeah, this one lady.
What? You gotta call her back by her baby daddy.
Yeah, she's on.
I'm happy I don't have those problems. I'm so happy. Like I've been in situations in my life.
I don't
All of
have
them.
any.
Reggie, you might have them
Nope.
situations in your life.
Nope.
You wanna know why? But you gonna know who you the daddy.
My genes run strong.
Of course, because I told you this dad bod. Y'all stand up. Reggie, stand up and show him your dad bod that you got going on today with your tight shirt on.
Well,
Yeah,
look, this
he
shirt,
got-
this shirt was supposed to be an undershirt.
No.
So it was an undershirt because I had
Y'all
my
look, stand to
TV.
the side. I'm gonna show y'all how dad bods work.
What do
You
mean?
see this little bit, ladies, right here? This is what us
I'm
women
gonna do
35
that
and
to
older,
five.
this is what we looking for. We looking for just this amount of fudge.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't have
But
a
if
whole
you
bunch
need
of
a
fudge.
little more
But
time,
dad
just
bods,
let me know.
tight shirts, that's in. Pants, all of that, that's in. You want to know what a dad bod was, and this is you working on yours.
I'm working on my dad's
Just take
side.
your time.
But I don't have any
Just
kids.
call me when you're on your way.
It doesn't matter.
Ah,
Because if he come in here with a dad bod shirt
This
on
is
one
the
more
office,
week,
but actually, we don't have any
I'ma
office
be
in the
pregnant
morning.
in
I'm
21.
actually at a radio show
2021.
when he said,
He's gonna be pregnant in
but
2020.
promoting our office, but
You know, listen, I don't want no mashy ass baby.
hey, that baby would be off
But
the
I'm not
chain.
in the office. The
Oh,
calls are
goodness.
forwarded.
You know that baby would be off the chain.
I'm
I mean,
not-
look, we
yeah,
even
but I'm not
cute.
in the office. The calls are
Look at it.
forwarded to me. That's why I
Hello.
said I'll call you back.
Saying. I'm
You
telling
know.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
goodness.
not in the
Y'all,
office.
y'all get to see the behind the scenes and
our
all
son
that.
would
Two
be
o'clock, okay?
like he. I mean,
So just call
come
me
on
when
now.
you're on your way. No
He has
Look,
sophistication and everything.
Look,
And he be
it,
smart.
you seen me, my brothers,
I
y'all
don't care
seen
about
my
none of them.
family.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My dad can't deny any of his kids.
None.
No, he can't.
I love your dad is so
Okay.
funny. I love him. Too.
Everybody loves
oh
my
God.
dad.
I say that like
Mhm.
every week. Your dad is the bomb. Like he is
See-
hilarious.
Y'all love my dad. I get that. He's fun now.
I know you always tell us how cruel he
No.
was to you.
Oh, growing up, he wasn't cruel. He was just very strict. My
Your
dad
dad's
was-
awesome.
Yeah.
He would be a great pawpaw, and we would name our first son after him.
No,
Okay, I'm sorry.
no.
The man is the head. Let me hush.
Yeah, cause my dad don't want any his. He don't want any.
Why?
That's a long story. We're not gonna get into on
Okay.
on camera.
We'll talk about
No.
it. We'll talk about it on our date next week. Moving on.
You can still hear me?
See,
I got 9 months left in 20. I got to start getting serious about my life. I'm just saying.
So
I'll be
give me your
38
clock,
in a
give me your
few.
clock, give me your
Yeah,
clock.
I'm
Is that
38 in a
thing?
couple weeks.
Clock this.
Yeah. I mean, if I just had to settle, which it really wouldn't be a settle.
No problem.
Hey, Arbor, what's going
It
on?
wouldn't be a settle. But I mean, it is what it is.
Y'all.
Chinchilla, hey, thanks for watching. What's up, Boss Hog? How you
I'm
doing?
just saying.
Hey,
All right,
Nina.
so stand by. We getting
We
ready to
go
come
back
back.
in.
All right.
Yep.
So
Oh
y'all
my
want the
God.
Megan news first, or y'all want the R. Kelly news?
Well, you know what? You got about a couple. You got about 5 minutes
Okay.
because the rest of the show is gonna be for Lydia.
I got you.
And we are live. Now listen, everybody.
Welcome back, y'all.
We sure appreciate you watching the darn show today. Mo, what happened? Oh,
She had
with
to
the ladies
step
room.
out.
Okay, listen. Join the conversation with us. 214-717-4827. Real quick before we jump back into the show, Miss Shimmy, I know you got your stuff going on. So before you go ahead and get with your celebrity gossip, go ahead and give us our MTG reminders real quick on the show order,
Oh.
and then go ahead and let's finish our celebrity gossip.
So, coming up this month, we have the Sweet and Spicy Podcast Dinner.
Yeah.
Hosted by the After Party Live.
All right.
This is March the 28th at 5 p.m. at Allure Jazz and Cigar Lounge. I've been wanting to
Yes.
go to a cigar lounge. I'm going to
Let me tell you,
That's the day for my birthday, too.
Montana, she gonna have the cigars ready.
Oh yeah, now she got
You
some
got the
bombs.
guns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got some bomb cigars.
Okay. So location of that is 110 South Cockwood Hill Road, DeSoto, Texas. You can get your tickets at theafterparty.com/afterpartylive.
Yes.
So I am looking forward to doing that. That might be a good little birthday.
And our boy
Turn that
Hendrix is on the
Hendrix
panel.
is on the
Yeah,
panel too.
He's
That's
on the
right.
panel.
Yeah.
That's right.
You ready for
Lydia.
me? Let me tell y'all something. If y'all go to that
That's okay.
and y'all
You'll be
seen
fine.
us behind the scenes
You know,
talking
I'm
about
don't worry.
Hendrix' dad bod is already taken. So I will show up on the 28th to secure that spot. All right. Also, coming up April the 25th, we have the MTG Space Tournament.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
that's going to be at the Studio BW Salon Lounge at 902 Cedar Ridge Drive in Duncanville, Texas, 75137. $40 registration. Our registration is up until the day of. Correct?
Yes, we're
If
gonna do
I'm
it
not
all the way up to the
mistaken.
day
Yes.
of. Yes.
All right, so you can contact us at info@mashthegas.com or leave us a message at 972-904-2398. I probably should have that number memorized by now, and I don't.
Actually,
And
I need
I'm
to.
sorry.
And-
And also Cash App at
Yeah.
Mash the Gas.
Now here's the thing. We missing one thing.
Oh,
It's
dollar sign.
Dollar
Mash
sign.
Mash
the
the
Gas.
Gas.
That's
Right.
where all the money going.
Right. So
Somebody named
one more thing that's
Yeah.
not on the list is we have the Lupus Walk on April 18th.
Oh yeah.
I keep
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
So
Lupus Walk. Yeah.
So
All right.
it's I'm registered
get
under
that.
Team No Limits. So it's spelled the New Orleans way. NEAUX.
The only way to spell it.
Yes, NEAUX, No Limits. So
I'm just
team
still
will be
amazed
walking.
by the name. No.
Yeah. Well,
Lupus. Lupus.
Okay,
Concentrate. Lupus.
My bad.
Yeah. So everybody has ties to Louisiana
Man,
on the
she
team.
look-
So everybody that's a Lupus
Feeling
warrior.
all on Reggie's nipples and shit.
I
And
did
got
not touch his
Reggie-
nipples.
Got
Language,
Reggie all excited.
language,
Reggie came
language,
here with
yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
He got
I did not
split
touch his
beads
man
all on his
breast.
head. Oh my God.
I did not do
Go
that.
ahead, bro. Phil.
I did not do that. But the Lupus walk.
Yeah, the Lupus Walk. So it's going to be at the theater in Grand Prairie, previously known as the Verizon Theater. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So
Yep.
it's going to be out there. Come out. Make sure if you want to donate, again, you can go to my Facebook page, Master Gas. We have a donation set up for the Dallas chapter. Doesn't matter how much, $1 to however much you can give is great, it's fine. But if you want to just come out and support the people that are walking with lupus, it's a very life-changing disease. And you'll come out and you'll see everybody that has it. You'll get to talk to some people. And yes, I will be taking a short route this year.
That's the only way y'all got me to walk in this thing. So
I'm taking a short route this year. So yeah, we'll make sure that we go out and have a good.
I would have our Master Gas Lupus hoodies too.
I don't know. We're gonna.
Oh, no, shirts. I mean,
we're
you
gonna have to
said
have shirts.
Shirts,
Because
what you
hoodies,
said.
it might be.
It's
too
gonna be
warm.
warm. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be too warm for hoodies.
And listen, let me tell you, you know, we're gonna be walking. We're gonna be walking with our boy. Listen, everybody that goes out there are supporting and they're pushing their person that they love, a person that they, you know, that they are standing with against this horrible disease. You know, and let me tell you something. It is a joy to see, you know, everybody out there. You know, Mo, it was really cool. You know, like we witnessed the last time we was out there. You know, people were so tired, Mo, but they were saying, "Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, you can do it." You know what I'm saying? You know, you can definitely, you know, feel the love out there. And it's you know, it's not like any other walk. The lupus walk is more intimate.
Yeah.
You know, it's a more intimate walk. So, y'all, let's come on out and let's walk with our boy and walk with the others, you know, to show support. April 18th.
Right.
My sister never wanted to do the walk. She has lupus too. She never wanted to do the walk, so I supported her right next to her in the bed and watched.
Well, we're going out there this year.
And one thing that I want to make everybody aware of, when you have lupus, sometimes your body does strange things at the most inopportune time. Just be prepared for that and don't be shocked by some of the stuff you will see.
Right.
So don't be shocked. I know Q, you was just, you kind of, and I had to calm you down. It's like, no, that's normal. Just keep moving.
I got thrown for a second. I did because I wasn't expecting that. You know? I got thrown. Was a young lady. I mean, it's a young guy. He was getting ready to walk just fine. I mean, he was just fine. You know, I promise you, like 30 seconds later, you know, he was, you know, he was just, you know, vomiting everywhere. It looked like he had been. And then after he got through, he was just like so drained, you know, and he couldn't get it together, you know. Now, I don't remember if he walked or not, but I don't think he made a walk, you know. But the thing was is that his supporters, everybody that was there with him, Mo, was right there with him.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
That's what you need. You need
and
somebody
it just
to
kind of took me aback, but Reggie's like, you know, nah, bro, just relax. I said, but wait a minute though, what can we do for him? You know, I was tripping because I was like, okay, well, I mean, can I get him something? You want you need some water? I mean, you know, but it's like,
you
no.
have such a big heart.
You know, no, you just have to. This is something we go through every day. You know, this is something that we deal with. You know, I'm like, oh my God. You know, and so
Reggie, I got your back. Always.
So we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
You just want my front.
Always.
Now get on your.
All right, a celebrity got it.
The whole break. The whole break. This.
I told you.
Let's finish
As
up.
the weather. Okay. Anyway, so just a couple things. I'm gonna just touch on R. Kelly real fast because I know how we all feel about R. Kelly. But anyway, he's back in the media. We know his case is ongoing. There is now new evidence and a new documentary that has now been in the works for the R. Kelly. So R. Kelly's second girlfriend, Azriel Clary, she is now working with the feds at this point. You know, she's 23 years old. She now has allegations. I mean, the allegations have now been presented due to her coming forth with this new information that R. Kelly made her poop in a cup and eat her own feces. That that information is now going to be involved in the case and all of that hoopla. I think it's very disgusting.
I make sure it's not
We
gonna
already
grab
know how we all feel about R. Kelly at this point.
Why
To
are we
me,
talking
now
about R.
this
Kelly's
new
cool?
information has got me a little bothered. Cause I mean, we all know he nasty, but making your 23-year-old girlfriend eat her poop.
Making your 23-year-old, you made a 23-year-old girlfriend go with you. You made a 23-year-old girlfriend live with you. You made a 23-year-old girl use your credit card so she could buy something. You made a 23-year-old girl have access to your bank account. You made a 23-year-old eat her own poop. You made a 23-year-old get her, no. You make a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, yes. A 23, she did what she did because she wanted the money, she wanted the man.
I can only report the news, and that is coming from. There's a lot of sites that's reporting, but this is from Blast.
I would doubt that she did it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Ain't nobody gonna make you do it.
I just don't
She
understand
said
why.
she was
though.
forced.
That is just,
No, that's no. Y'all always talk about fetishes and sexual.
I think it's a
No.
fetish to him to have
No,
this
but
stuff,
that's a
though.
fetish. That's his fetish. That's her fetish. That's their fetish.
They grown.
Watch you tell her now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that whips and chain fetish thing that I said, ain't nobody gonna beat me if you wanna have sex. That's disgusting. I'm not getting beat with nobody. No whip, no chain, no.
Well, there's a difference
nothing.
Wait a minute.
between beating and
that's why you been having
sexual.
Abuse is abuse.
I mean, if you get beat up, yes, but in some sexual aspects, a little slap on the
What's
butt.
next?
Well,
Because I
see,
don't
some
want to
people-
talk
I'm
about
just saying.
feces.
So yeah, I just wanted to give y'all that little bit. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
All right. So the
What's
other big
next?
thing in news right now is Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if y'all keep up with
Well,
that.
what's
Megan Thee
wrong
Stallion.
with
She is right now fighting with her other management company. You know, she recently signed to Rock Nation.
Did she?
Yes. So me personally, I don't
Really?
like that decision for her for Rock Nation, but that's what she chose. I guess the money was right. But anyway, Carl Crawford, which is Evan Lozado from Basketball Wives,
Mhm.
her baby daddy, he was her first management company. 1501 Entertainment
Okay.
was the name. And so she is now in litigation with them because they had put a pause on her new music that was to release, which just actually recently released yesterday.
Right, because the court put a restraining order on the
Temporary restraining order.
Right.
Yes. So if y'all listen to her new song, it's kind of Beyonce-ish to me. I like Megan Thee Stallion just raw and rough, like how she been.
Can I be honest with you about something? I'm really honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Megan Thee Stallion is a gorgeous girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gorgeous. I think that her body is banging.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do. But can somebody give me a female rapper that's rapping some empowerment? I miss the Queen Latifahs. I miss the Debrats.
Of course.
I miss all that. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying nothing because every genre generation
Has her. And
have
that's,
their
I mean,
own
she's living to
particular
the
thing.
generational time frame that she is right now. She's 25.
Yeah, but my
So-
thing is, I'm just ready for somebody.
But that ain't it. But that ain't the story.
Wait,
That ain't the story.
Okay.
So apparently, like I said, they are in the midst of litigation or whatever. She did get the temporary restraining order, so she has now released new music. So Carl Crawford came back and said he was like, at a time let me go back. So him and Jay Prince have been working together. I don't know if you're familiar with Jay Prince.
rap a lot.
There you go.
All right.
Love you, Jay
So
Prince.
he comes back and Carl says, at a time when loyalty is at an all-time low, it's nice to be linked to Jay Prince, who is steady teaching me how to move in this in this cutthroat industry. And I know that terrifies some, especially the ones who double cross me. So he's saying that Megan has now double crossed him, you know, trying to switch over to Rock Nation. To me, her contract, according to musical professionals that I know, the contract that she had with 1501 Entertainment was a 60-40 split. Her 40% has to cover all of her media, the media that she has to cover as far as like interviews, you know, stuff like that. They got 100% of her shows, profit-wise. She out here doing $100,000 shows.
But she was
And she
done
not
for
getting
signing
it.
it.
She was 20 at the time.
She was
when
still
signed
down
that
for
And
contract.
this is why it's important to have a legal professional
Representation.
on your
Right.
team,
Right.
no matter how big or how small you are. Get you some legal representation
And she's
so you
from
don't
Houston.
Right. Well,
Right.
now that she's linked up with Rock Nation, they have now gotten her the right lawyers. They have gotten her the right representation. Like, you know, and now Carl Crawford to me seemed, I mean, he done bitched up. To me, he doesn't know, you know what I'm saying, like the right parameters, and Rock Nation is really hooking her up.
Go ahead, bro.
And this is what you have. Two things. If you look at the evolution of the music industry, so you have people like Jay Prince. Jay Prince has always been behind the scenes. So you look at Scarface, UGK, the Ghetto Boys, the Screwed Up Clique. So all they all connected to Jay Prince. What Jay Prince has always taught them how to do is to make a business out of yourself.
Always. Always.
Where this other cat is coming in, if Jay Prince was involved from jump, this wouldn't even be going on.
Right.
Okay.
But he's trying to come in on the back end and save this dude's neck. And I get that. That's your boy. I get it. You're trying to save face. But where Rock Nation is coming in, they're coming in from the same angle Jay Prince has always done.
Correct.
You taking care of the artist first, because if you take care of the artist first,
The
you're gonna
artist
get
gonna
your
take care
money.
of you. Yeah.
But
You gonna get your money.
Here's the problem I have with that. You 20, you signed a contract. Why you signing contracts?
Where are your parental?
Right.
That's what
Got
I
it.
said.
Her mom,
Why
if I'm
you-
not mistaken, her mom was there when she signed the first contract.
Right.
I think I remember
Because that 60-40 is average. That's what the
Yeah.
and that's the first contract. And you only get paid quarterly. You only get paid every 3 months. And you always have to get a loan against the money that you're supposed to make in the
Right.
future. This is my problem with her. So you ain't the first that got screwed in the contract. As the people who run around with paper tags ain't even got their can't even get their registration for their cars.
That's a whole
My
nother-
problem is, don't bring Jay Prince in here who's done
Right.
so much, and don't run the Rock Nation. You know who Rock Nation
Well,
is?
Megan
Who's
is
Rock
saying
Nation?
that she's
Jay-Z.
saying that Jay Prince is an intimidator and a bully, and she was forced.
You know what?
Mhm.
Jay Prince
I'm
does what
with that.
Jay Prince does well. He
I-
makes money and he makes a little music, but he makes a lot of money. Ask your boy out of Canada, what's his name? Drake.
Drake,
yeah.
That's his boy.
Yeah.
He makes plenty of music, but you know you can only make good music when you're. I ain't gonna say this because a lot of people make good music.
No, I'm saying.
Don't say it.
Because
It's your
I agree
opinion.
with you.
When you got quality,
Right.
you know,
I
Lizzo
don't-
can blow.
Yes.
Lizzo ain't got no 60-40 contract
Right.
because she can blow.
Mhm.
Now this chick right here, the way she rapped the way she wanted to do, and it wasn't for the masses.
Masses.
Right.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's
Not
ghetto
for the
boy stuff.
masses.
That's ghetto boy stuff, and so she's just gonna be that part of that southern deal.
Right.
Now
But
your
that's
boy,
not. But this is my thing, because even when I listened to the new record that was released yesterday, I think they're Beyonce and her, because it went straight Destiny's Child melodic to me, and I'm just like, that ain't even
No,
how
they're
she
trying to make money.
is.
They're
But
trying to make money.
this is what you have to also understand, and Q, it goes into your point. As an artist, you evolve. Some things are going to be good, some things, it's going to be hit or miss, but there's an evolution of an artist.
Of course.
And this is why we're not seeing those female rappers with the empowerment, because they're not given to the time to evolve. You take any rapper out right now, you take any rapper that's at the top, and you go back and listen to their first couple of songs, it's always going to be hood stuff. Every single time. Then you evolve. So right now she's in her quote unquote hood phase, because that's what she's exposed to.
But
Artists
that's my
are always
thing.
going
I don't-
to represent
Watch
what
it,
they're
y'all.
But I
exposed
think
to.
they're
I'll tell
taking
y'all
her
what.
out of that
Rock
hood
Nation
phase
ain't no
too
great.
quick for her.
Okay.
Rock Nation ain't no great thing. Ask Matthew knows.
Well, I tell y'all what.
We're going to get
Thank
out
you so
of here.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for celebrity gossip.
Woo!
Now next time we want updates. I want updated gossip. I don't want that.
I had to
bullshit.
get a backstory, because
No,
everybody don't follow
no,
Nene Leaks
no,
like you.
no,
Ain't
no.
nobody follow her all around the globe.
Updated gossip.
I gave you the updated part of it after I
You
gave the
still
backstory.
talking.
I don't
You
care.
You still talking.
I'm gonna tell you the
still
backstory, because
talking.
everybody needs to know the backstory
No, we don't
sometimes.
want the backstory. We
Cute,
want you
go
to
on,
get,
don't start
we
with me
want
this
you to
morning.
get straight to it.
Don't start this
You-
morning.
You sound like an old woman.
Yeah, we got you get straight to it.
I couldn't get straight to it.
Yes, we go straight to it. I'm gonna show you next week.
No,
I got
hush,
you.
Q.
All right,
I'm
so
just
here we
saying,
go.
ah.
Miss Lydia Thomas is here with us, everybody. Now listen, so Lydia, first of all, she is coming from our well, first of all, let me say this. Paternity Direct Dallas. It is located at 12,000 4th Street, Suite 411, Dallas, Texas 75234. Miss Lydia Thomas there. She's an office manager there at Paternity Direct. So tell us, Miss Lydia, what do you do? Well, I just tell everybody what you did. I mean, so
you do that all the time.
So let's talk about how important it is about these family dynamics. You know, Lydia has helped me, you know, with a couple of things, you know, situations in my family, you know, with some DNA stuff.
What happened in this
like
house? Stay in
that.
this house, cute.
And so what happens is that Lydia is also in the business of helping other people in our community of color as well. And so let's talk about it. Well, of any color. Let's do it like that. And so let's talk about it. So first of all, what made you get into, you know, the DNA business?
Well, it was purely by accident.
Accident. Oh, wow.
Accident. Okay.
Well, I think that's that goes into what we doing.
Paternity.
Yeah.
Oops. You didn't
Yes,
pull
I
too quick,
used
did you,
to,
bro?
work for a pediatrician, you know, way back in the day.
Okay.
And it was probably in the early 1995 or somewhere there, but it's brand new, the DNA kit. Someone called with a DNA kit, and they wanted to collect it, and the doctor said no, he wouldn't do it.
Wow.
Because of liability issues. And I, you know, kind of thought about it, and I said, where did you get the kit? And he told me. And I called them, and the rest is history. We started doing the DNA collections and sending them to, that time it was Life Codes, one of the few DNA labs then in it was in Boston.
Okay.
In the Northeast. But now it's exploded. It's a big industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big problem.
That's okay. No, you're fine.
It's a big problem with families. Just to give you a little bit of statistics, in 2004, the American Association of Blood Banks stated that over 11 million children call them wrong man daddies. In
What?
the United
11 million?
States. 11 million. Yes.
Wait, 11 million in the U.S.
In the
Incorrect,
US.
baby daddy.
We're not talking worldwide. In the United States.
Wow.
And daddy. So we know it's a big problem. I might even go further to say it's a bigger problem than that. Right?
So that means we have 11 million disgusted women out there. Go ahead.
No,
Well, I
Oh, they are not
Can't say
all
that, Mom.
whores of that
No,
one.
I
Mom,
said
you
it
can't
before.
do
I said
that.
they were disgusting. Go
You
ahead.
can't
ma'am.
do
Well, we're here
that.
to help them, Mo. We're
Okay,
here to
go
help
ahead.
these
Okay,
women.
help.
We're here to help these men.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, the men.
that are paying child support for other men's children.
Yes.
We need to get that right.
Yes.
That's right.
I like that. Get
You
that
know,
right.
we have minors in the state of Texas signing birth certificates. You know? And that's about the only thing they can sign is a birth certificate without being the age of 18.
So wait, why can
16?
You have a child and you have when you're 16, 17,
And you
sign
have
birth
to
certificate.
have a signed birth
Birth
certificate. And that's a legal document.
And that's a legal document.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
You know, so, and it's easier to put your name on than
All
to
right.
get your name on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
it's, yeah.
We want these young people to come on in to Paternity Direct. We're here to help you.
Yeah.
We have low pricing, you know, affordable, that they can have these testing done. You don't have to wait till the state say, well, we're gonna have you some kind of forgiveness, and usually they don't announce it.
Right.
You know, it's there and they don't know about it. But before you sign these birth certificates, come on down and get tested.
But then, now how much is it to get
Well-
tested to figure out if that child is their child?
For the legal test for one child, one father is $289.
They got that? 289? They got
They get that
that?
from the tax
For the
return.
legal-
No, they got that when they put on them Jordans.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you do it before you sign the birth certificate, you can just do the non-legal version, which is $160.
Oh, look at that.
$160
Because you
can
just
save
basically
you over $1
want to
million.
know before signing.
Right.
$5.99,
Right, I
I'll
would-
save them that
yeah.
too.
Okay, so we do that. So we do
So
the
we have both
189.
options. Yeah.
$189 before you sign.
$159.
$159
before you
they
say
sign.
before you sign the birth certificate.
Yes.
How long does it take? Test take?
The test takes 2 to 3 working days in the lab for the testing.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So wait a minute. Okay, I'm calm down. Is it a blood test?
No, it's a buccal swab. Which is a cheek swab. It's painless. It's non-invasive. It's the best way to collect samples.
And how long
No
does it
blood.
take before you get it? So if today is Saturday, so if I go in there and swab Saturday, I have my son swab Saturday.
We'll have results for you by Wednesday.
And it's 100 and how much?
And let me tell you,
It makes no sense that $159 can save you not necessarily money, but the aches and the issues that go along with that. My God, and peace of mind for $159.
Lydia, tell everybody what type of DNA test you do. It's like, for example,
Wait,
if
there's
your
multiple
dad's
types?
dead,
Yes.
if your dad's dead or anything like that.
We do deceased family DNA testing, whether it's if the father is deceased, we can do the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents. So we have family reconstruction, so we can definitely help those that the father is passed on. Now it has to be legal if they want it for Social Security, because we do offer the testing for Social Security as well for deceased parents.
Wow.
We have prenatal paternity tests. For those who can afford it, we can know from the 7th week of pregnancy.
See, now
That's the good part right there.
That's the part where I want to get into, because trust me, I've had people try and put babies on me. And when it's like, oh, well, let's go get. Well, I didn't know you could get it. Oh yeah, you can get it done before the baby's born. Now it's gonna cost you a little bit, and I'm okay with that. Cause
how much is that?
Well, that one, the basic test, we have it on special for $1,495. We have financing available too.
Financing
But
is available.
look, hold up. But
Available.
this is what I want to say. Look, when you looking at $1,400 versus peace of mind, because trust and believe. I know I done spent $1,400 before myself, and it was well worth it.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, Hendrix, let me tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've been to the hospital, done the post-birth test, where we go to the hospital, collect the samples, and have to tell that father that is already bonded with that baby that you're not the father.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that will just.
All the time. But if they do it before, they can welcome that baby without reservation.
Correct.
They can plan, they can put the baby on the insurance. This is the only, our prenatal test is AABB certified. So it can be used also for legal
purposes.
Yes.
Right. So if for everybody that don't know what that means it'll stand up in a court of law, and their testing practices are certified.
Right.
So you can't argue that. So that's
right. So that's typically 7 to 10 working days for those results on the prenatal. We do have rush testing in 3 business days, just costs a little more.
Right.
But like I said, we do have financing for those who need to.
Peace of mind is something.
Yeah, peace of mind. You can't put a price on that.
No.
You cannot put a price on peace of mind. And so what I need everybody to do is, number one, fellas, it costs you like pack of condoms, like $10. Get your bulk pack, use them.
Non-magnum's a little cheap.
No, let's
No comment.
let's be for real, because this is about legacy and this is about money. Now this paternity, okay, now I know I'm wrong for this, but
She gonna say she wrong.
Well, Mo, because I know where Mo gonna go with this. I know where Mo going with it.
I had to do a paternity with my father was deceased, see, and I had to do paternity, and it doesn't matter, okay. Finding you got siblings, that could be a cute thing around Christmas and everything. But see, when I'm finding out I got siblings and I got to give my money away, that's not cute. When you mess with my money, you messing with a whole different kind of mo. It ain't even pretty. So I had to do the DNA test. And unfortunately, we found out we were 93%. Now, see, that's 93%. To me, I think you need 100%. That girl took 50% of my damn money. Okay.
You digress.
So,
Come
so,
back.
so let her, yeah, I'm just so get this, because she can explain it
So,
to you.
so
Yeah.
that's what I need. Why wasn't it 100%?
Well, when it comes to relationship testing,
Mm-hmm.
it's 80%
Or
or
higher.
greater.
Mhm.
Yeah. But for paternity, it has to be 99.9%.
So for guys that you understand that will need some help, relationship testing like siblingship testing, you know, any testing other than the actual father themselves, 80% or higher
To see if they're related.
to see if you are in relation with that person. Paternity test, 99.99999.
Now, see,
Oh,
yeah.
for you, it could have also been a process of elimination. What if you found that they weren't your siblings?
I would have been very happy.
Sometimes it works that way too.
Because this is what now this is
Most still need a fan for this, boy. She still need a fan,
This
boy.
is so personal to
You
me.
got a fan on
Because
this
this
one.
is what I don't understand. You want 50% of his money, but you didn't pay 50% of that funeral. And said you wasn't going to pay.
You go to court for the funeral
And
cost.
said you wasn't going to pay. That's what bothers me. So I like paternity testing because then you can figure out who is who and everything. And I'm big on legacies because I understand that you calling this man daddy and you thought he was your daddy, but if he ain't your daddy, then you need to find out. And I don't, the love that you have for someone is not yours biologically. I get it. I'm good with it. But I also want to know, like, how do you do any testing to find out if they have certain, if diseases run in certain families and stuff like that?
Well, no, we don't really offer the medical DNA. There are some companies.
There are some? Okay.
Yeah, there are some companies that offer that type of testing, but we really don't.
But I like yours because it's 3 days and you find out if the daddy.
Yeah,
and it's
2
so
to 3
cheap.
workdays.
It's so
And
cheap.
we're open 7 days a week.
So you ain't got no excuse. You don't have no excuse.
Not to know.
On that next break, I'm gonna do a live. Go ahead.
She's gonna do a whole lot
Because
of
this don't make no sense.
Because and then
a lot of people could be. Ooh, a lot of
We do have rush testing as well.
Then even
So
3 days is
if
good.
3 days is too long, we can do it in 1 day.
Mark
But
Povich got
My
you.
word,
beat.
how much is it for 1
Mark
day?
Povich got you between
Well,
commercials.
It actually doubles a little bit. Not fully, but maybe like another $100.
Do you know how many big baller shot callers I
Yeah,
got
some
can do that?
people don't
Y'all
know.
spend that much at Papa Do's for 2 or 3 people.
So they
Y'all
can't
can do
wait
this.
3
Because that's
days.
what kind of people do.
No.
We should get
So many
No,
enterprises.
you have to give people price comparisons so they can understand how affordable
I
it
got
is
price
to do.
comparison.
Look,
$5.99, $159. $5.99 before you put it in,
No.
or $159 after you done pulled
No,
it.
because
Take your pick.
During this tax income season, and that's what I call it. I don't call it the Christmas season. I call it the tax income season. Do you know how many women I've seen slide that card for $3.99, $4.99, $500? I saw the other day, and I was hotter than fish grease. This girl spent $379, and I knew some tinkled inside me said that's tax income fund, but I didn't say nothing. About this dude, all of this stuff, and the dude had the nerve to say, well, do you have a smaller size in this polo? Is there a way you can look it on your system? I said, boy, no, I can't. He said, well, I don't need it because it's a large. I said, okay. And then she's still paying for all this stuff. And then the dude said, this is why I need some help. He said, I'll be out in the car.
He left her in there with the stuff.
He didn't even
He wasn't paying
carry
for
the bag
And
with
didn't
his
even pay
polo
for it.
stuff.
Didn't pay,
He
ain't
didn't
carry
pay
bag
for
none.
it. Tell me, I'll be out in the car. And which I may have replied, keep the receipt because you may need to return this in 30 days.
Less than 30 days, because I promise you, soon as that check stopped and she ain't got no more cash, he moved on to the next person that got their check on the second round out.
I was hotter than, he went out to talk to another girl who got her check.
But do you see what I'm saying? That's how it go. This one in here ringing up one for me. Okay, her check done ran out. Let me move on to the next set of checks that done came out. Okay, hers done came out. Then the next set of checks.
Self-respect. So that's why I think this DNA testing will empower a lot of men and will persuade a lot of women to see who they with.
Right.
And it's persuade a lot of women to say, you know what, maybe I need to think about having sexual intercourse with 2 or 3 men in a 72-hour period.
You
Because
should
in
be
72
thinking about
hours,
that period.
Well, 72 hours and 3 days, now I can figure out who the real daddy is. Because if I had sons, everybody, I don't care if you married to the girl, everybody getting DNA checked.
But the thing is, I mean, we could say that, Mo, like, and I know we got a lot of viewers. We don't have a really, really young audience. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the fact that if you are my age or older and you are still sleeping around with multiple men at one time,
What?
$5.99,
No.
$159.
It
I'm
is
just saying.
what it is, and it is what people are doing. So now we need to go to Paternity Direct with my
Well,
glasses.
listen, it's a big problem. Even if these are not for newborns, there's plenty of adults out there
Oh, of course.
Who don't know
who
who they
don't know who they're,
Ooh, my
or
word.
they were given the wrong father, you know. And like you said, it's a peace of mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
It
definitely.
is, and people think that adults don't. Well, why are you bothered by knowing who your father is? You don't need child support. People, it's not about child support.
That's
Right.
It's not about.
Right.
It's not only about child support. I mean, don't get me wrong. Child support is important.
Yes.
But when you're an adult, it is a peace of mind
Who your
issue.
people are. Who
Right.
your people are.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've never, and this is just me personally, I've had 3 pregnancies in my own personal life. And there was no doubt in my mind I knew who my baby daddies were.
So that's not
Well,
about you.
No, I'm saying,
But
no,
see-
I know, I'm saying, but it's something that I really can't speak on, you know what I'm saying? But paternity test, I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it in people, I work in a call center, so y'all know I see it. You know, and that bothers me to the fact that you are steady walking around because you want child support from this dude instead of his regular ass daddy that's over here.
Well, you know, but see, that's why I was actually about to talk to Lydia about. So let's talk about the messiness of it. Okay, the messiness of it.
Okay. That's
The
kerfuffle.
That's a
the kerfuffle.
yeah,
Gotcha.
the whole issue with secrets, because this is where it gets sticky, Mo, and this is where you were impacted, because sometimes.
Mine, she said, he said, you know how men claim them children? So I was like, okay, we can claim it, but when it came to my money,
Yeah,
I mean, we could be cool and sisters all you want, but then when it came to my money, you took 50% of it.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
We need
is
a couch
that,
for Mo.
like, for example, let me just give a good example. Like, I know that, like, Mo, you say, like, some people, they say, that's my daughter, that's my son. You claim, you're somebody's children, or whatever the case is, whatever. Well, you claim that person's kids, but your kids that you already have, after you gone, or whatever the case is, they say, well, you're really not our dad's kid, you really not family, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And so the mess comes in is when, of course, daddy was out doing his thing with people he wasn't supposed to be doing, and mama was doing it with them. Okay, because it's 50-50. You can't just can't blame the daddy, the mama laid there too. And then you come to someone like you to get this stuff fixed, but people are so reluctant to know the truth.
Well, yes.
How do you deal with that?
Well, we deal with it because we know that people, some women, men too, do not want to admit the truth. They're asking for it, but when the lab says this is the results, they don't accept it. I have people right now that we're at the brunt of their wrath where they will not admit that the test is correct. Now, we have a loyalty program, and this is how that came into being, where if that man is not the biological father, you do not have to pay the whole fee over again. We give you a discounted rate to bring the next person.
Oh my!
And we don't give you any time frame. They get free reign. If it takes you a year, 2 years, 3 years, just bring that person in. Get that person tested, and we'll go all the way down the road. We have had 14-year-olds that we have tested 5, 6 different guys before. we find who the biological father. This is a real problem.
This is serious. This is serious. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is
Well,
serious.
so wait.
This is serious. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh, and I want to make another point.
Yes.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we do not need the mother's consent to test these children.
Gentlemen,
Hit that bell.
you do not need the mother's consent
No.
to have your child DNA tested.
I don't
Because
blame
a
you.
lot of men feel that if the mother is not consenting to it,
They
they
doing something
cannot
illegal.
bring that child and get tested. They're wrong.
It's just me, Lydia. It's just me. You find out.
Yeah.
You get
So
found out.
so all you need is for a minor. You just need one parental there, one parental unit there.
And what?
Yeah, well, the parent will sign for the minor child.
Right.
And what ID do you need? What ID?
But the mother, the minor mother,
Mm-hmm.
can sign for her baby.
Wow.
So, but the father, the alleged father, the minor alleged father, cannot sign for himself. So this law is kind of.
So in
Little trick.
the situation of minors, a mother can have her child tested without any adult consent,
Right.
but the minor alleged father has to have
his
adult
Yes.
permission. That
But
is
that's more illegal for legal.
Legal
legal
studies,
purposes.
right?
Okay. Okay.
But like I said, if you don't sign the birth certificate and come in and have the child tested before, then you can always go to the Attorney General and get that name put on the birth certificate.
And listen, let me tell you,
Just
you know,
don't sign it first.
you know,
Test it first.
I have to, you know, just really ask you this. How do you keep a biased mindset? Do you keep it a bias because, you know, you're able to say, you know what, I want to help you, versus, you know,
So you're
stomping them,
Right.
unbiased, I mean,
Okay.
instead of
Right,
stomping
we're
them in the
there
ground,
to
yeah,
help.
right.
We don't have any interest in the outcome of the test, whether he's the biological father or not. We're not taking sides.
That's why I couldn't
We're
work there.
there to help.
Facts and nothing but the
The
facts.
facts, exactly.
Science is, I mean, the science is just what it is, you know?
It is.
And so you were saying that someone right now, you guys are you know, someone's kind of angry with you guys right now because
Oh
they're
yeah,
not.
we have plenty of people that will not admit that. Now, I have ideas as to why, because a lot of times if it's a family member, they will not admit it.
Wow.
If it's whether there
Wow.
were sometimes they sleep with the sister's husband,
Oh.
or it's usually something embarrassing.
Yeah.
Of course, it's usually something very embarrassing, and they will not admit it.
Okay.
They will not. You know, sometimes you're sleeping with people they have no business sleeping with.
Well, a lot of folks got a whole reason
Yeah.
not to sleep with a whole bunch of folks.
And so, you know, even
Wow.
though unfortunately incest
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a problem too. So
Wow.
the women will not admit it, you know. And ladies, we know it's embarrassing, but you gotta do it for your children.
Yeah.
Got
I
to
mean,
do
you gotta
something
be
with
embarrassed.
children.
You was down there doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for your
If
kids.
you wasn't embarrassed when that light was off.
And then you know, and then
How you know the light was
sometimes,
off?
and then sometimes, you know, when like keeping it like really serious, like sometimes what happens is that when you are like I met my father, you know, later in life, very late in life. There was really no question in my mind who he was. Questions of other people about my paternity, of course, came into question. I mean, but if you see me, you know, I walk on rocking around there looking like them Pearsons. So they can't deny me whether they wanted to or not. The thing is that, you know, what gets me is, I know we're supposed to win another break, huh?
Yes.
That's okay, that's
That's
okay.
okay. This is important. We keep talking through it because I think we almost through anyway.
Yeah.
What happens is that, you know, it was all my entire life. I always felt like I was half a person. And this is just for people that are maybe going through that as well. I want y'all to understand, well, from a person who has been in that kind of scenario, where, you know, your paternity is questioned. You have to understand, parents, I'm talking to y'all, you have to understand that if you don't get the answer from your child, for your child, you're gonna have to answer those questions from your child.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is that at the end of the day, your children will grow up.
Oh, yeah.
Your children will have questions and say, why don't I look like Reggie? Why don't me and Mo look alike?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's going on with me and Lydia? Why my hair not her color? You know, why is everybody else, you know, looking alike except me? You know, and so those questions and stuff like that are very, very important. Parents, listen, it's important. We understand that different things happen, but you have to actually be honest with yourself and say, you know what, if I love my child, I'm going to give my child these answers.
Right.
Whether you're grown, whether you're little, whether you're a teenager, listen, you deserve those answers.
And even for medical reasons too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very important for someone to have the facts about their medical history, their family history.
Yes.
Those can be very important in diagnoses as well.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
the only person in your family with diabetes, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, wait,
and
because ain't your daddy.
this is
Yeah.
right. And see, so that's one of the funny parts about me having lupus is because up until recently, lupus was really not thoroughly diagnosed, and a lot of people had misdiagnosed it as rheumatoid arthritis. Come to find out, my mother's mother and my father's mother both had rheumatoid arthritis. Could have been misdiagnosed as lupus.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. But when you start looking at medical history, my medical history makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's tied to, okay, well, you know, where did it come from? My parents, you know. So if you have this information, it's only beneficial for your children. It helps. It's only a benefit. You got to get over that pride thing.
Yeah.
You get something. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody
Right.
does things they're not supposed to do from time to time. It happens. But to do as a parent, your role is to be and provide the best for your child. And sometimes that means swallowing your pride and doing what you need to do and admitting and owning up to some of your mistakes.
Yeah.
And what are the prices again for the?
Yeah, so the basic non-legal test is $159.
We need straight legal.
The legal is $289.
$289
for the legal.
$289.
And they can go to our website, paternitydirect.com. We have
Good
quite a bit
person.
of information on there. I mean, we're very accessible. We're on all social media. If they're outside the country, they can reach us on WhatsApp.
Oh, look at that! What?
Yes, they can reach us
You
on
got WhatsApp?
as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
WhatsApp
y'all are
number
busy.
So,
972-363-4673.
On WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay.
And they can send us messages on our website as well.
Okay.
We will respond to you.
You have got to be busy. Y'all are busy.
She's getting, you see her phone was busy
Her
while
phone
she
ain't
was
stopped vibrating since she been here.
She's busy.
Well, we're here to help and we want to help.
Yeah, and so for everybody watching,
It's a big problem, and we're here to help. And, I just want to tell the gentleman, do not guess, whether the child looks like you.
Right.
Listen, everybody, just because the child looks like you.
The only way to be sure is to have testing done.
And I like that because some people are like, oh yeah, you can tell. Okay, first of all, my mama always said, when you get married, make sure your husband meet your daddy. Because my daddy had green eyes and dark skin. And my mom was very light skinned with brown eyes, whatever. So you can't look at somebody and say, because I don't have the colored eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. It could have been another dude,
And I didn't have my daddy's skin
Well, that's
complexion.
true.
Yeah, so
My
I'm glad
dad's
you
yellow.
said that.
Well, I have my own story
Okay.
as well.
And what's your
which
story?
I didn't
Let's
know I had.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a
tell us.
story. Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta tell us a little bit. You got a
Why
few
my
minutes.
mother was able to get away with telling her husband that he was my biological father because I looked like her. While the other 3 children looked like him, I looked like her. Not until 4 years ago, after testing for lots of clients, and they keep telling me, oh, I feel a connection, or some will say I don't feel a connection. I mean, come on, what's with this connection? I don't feel a connection with my father.
Wow.
But I'm not saying that there's data to prove this, but after it kept happening, and there was some kind of correlation with what they were saying, it was starting to bother me.
Mhm.
You know, what if they're right? And for 4 years, I tried to get one of my sisters, this not, well, we don't call him my ex-father. He lives in Atlanta. To get his, just get a toothbrush. Yes, we can use toothbrushes too.
Listen, toothbrushes too.
Used over and over.
If your man brush my teeth.
She wouldn't do it. So eventually I asked him, I said, I don't think you're my father. And he said to me, I've had my doubts.
Wow.
And that was the first time I was hearing that. But to cut the long story short, he turned out not to be my biological father. Now my mom died 20 years ago. So I could not go to her and say, who is my father? So now I'm left trying to figure this out.
Wow.
Does she have any sisters? Your mom, does she have any sisters?
No, she has only a brother, but it was just a long, I've done so many testing, but the thing is, every time you get a result that says this man is not your father, I know how people feel. Because I've been down that road. You feel crushed, and it's like your search is not over.
Right.
You want that search to be over.
So it's a part of you that's
Exactly. And every time it says no, you know that you have to keep searching. But what I want to say to a lot of people out there that's having this problem, do not give up.
Don't give up.
Do not give up. Just keep searching. We give them the time. We don't give them a time frame to say, well, you have to bring it back by a week or two. Just keep searching for those people. And when you find them, you have them tested.
So your company, you're not only you're coming from a place of empathy as well, because you definitely understand what they're going through.
I do understand 100%. I know how they feel.
Wow.
And it's just weird because even before I knew I had this problem, I was always empathetic with these people, sympathetic. You saw the way I was when you came.
Very caring. She was. I mean, to every one of us. Oh my God.
They're torn up. Some people are torn up. You have people who cannot eat, they cannot sleep. Women think that men don't care too, even in the paternity cases. That's not true. A lot of men are really hurt.
Especially when they bonded with, bonded with.
Because I think my ex-father, he was really hurt. I know he is. I know he's hurt.
And then some.
And you know what? Women, we're not saying that you're being bad, right? My mother, I thought a woman would say that would be the last thing I would expect. So it doesn't say anything against the woman. Everybody made mistakes, And if she was young, a lot of them were young when this happened, But just go ahead and get these children tested and be honest, because I still have mothers today that will not tell the children, even adult children doing testing, will not give them the information they need. They will not do it. They will not give them the necessary information that they need.
Wow.
Lydia Thomas, everybody.
Yes.
Lydia Thomas,
So
everybody.
what we're going to do after the show, and we'll make sure that we get the Lydia's and Paternity direct information. It's going to be on all of our social media feeds, so whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever you go to our sites, find the information. It'll be posted there, so you can get in contact with Lydia and her team to get the testing that you need done.
Yes.
It's critical and it's important for these babies.
And check this out. Since we're at the end of our show, we usually give our viewers some encouraging words. But before we even start that, we just want to let you know that Master Gas in the near future, we're going to be presenting Paternity Service. And so what's
I will
going to
come
happen
with
is,
the boxing gloves
what's going to happen
and the
is,
dummy.
we do have a few people that are interested, and we're gonna have them paternity tested, and we're going to talk to them and read their results live.
Can I be the Mari
And
Police?
so that's what's gonna happen.
All
So
right.
we want you guys to be in touch, because I'm telling you, it's supposed to go down on MTG's 2020.
Oh, yes,
And let me
yes.
tell you, we have to be able to understand that people make mistakes, y'all.
Yes.
You know, and you guys are gonna see a lot more of Lydia. She's been an asset to me and my family. I love you dearly. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate
You have a
it.
good heart.
Yes.
Really good heart. Because let me tell you something, you know, Mo is hard on a lot of different things, but one thing Mo is honest.
Yeah.
You know, Mo is honest. And let me tell you,
She
know,
can be wrong, but she usually honest.
She honest.
She honest.
You know, she
She is
honest.
incorrectly,
She
wrongly
honest.
honest.
Because this
She
is the
honest.
thing about family and knowing who your folk is so
That's
Yeah.
that's just
Also,
important.
Our testing is discreet. It's private. It's
Yeah.
not with the state.
Right.
We don't share information. Plus, when we make appointment, we go only by appointments.
Mhm.
So each family can have that time to themselves.
That's
You
good.
know?
That's good.
So we definitely go only by appointments.
And let me tell you where their location is. It's also pretty discreet too. It's off of the freeway, but when you go upstairs, the doors are locked behind you. Nobody can see in with you.
Mhm.
I mean, it is completely safe. It's clean. Listen, because that's important to me. When you're
Yeah.
sanitary,
Okay, so it's
you
not
got to
in
be.
this
That's important.
Mhm.
You know, that's important. So, Lydia, since we're at the end of our show, do you have any encouraging words for our viewers today?
Well, I just have to say, just put the embarrassment aside and get these children tested. We're here to help. And just remind the gentleman that we do not need the mother's consent, because that's one of the things that stops the men from bringing these children to get them tested.
Wow.
You know, we're here to help. We're not here to embarrass anyone. We are here to help.
We're here to help.
That's it.
Mo, you got any encouraging words today for us?
If there is any doubt of who your parents are, I think you, as a parent, if there's any doubt, you should get tested.
Any doubt, get
Oh,
tested.
I'm sorry. Also, all our immigrant communities, we offer immigration DNA testing as well.
Oh, look at that.
When you petition for your loved ones, your family members, you have to get a DNA test to prove biological relationships.
Oh,
you
that
gotta
makes
stay in
sense.
contact.
When they're
Yeah.
coming from the
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
country.
But
yeah,
what
that
if
makes
they're
sense.
here too?
Yeah.
If they're here, some of them are present within the United States, they still need to prove biological.
That's how you can vouch for them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
That's a blessing.
Well, what you got?
You know what? Don't last always.
Don't last up.
It
What
don't.
don't? Oh, it
It-
don't?
It don't last always. So
It
whatever
don't.
you're going through, good, bad, ugly, don't last always. Life has its highs and lows. The thing is to enjoy the journey and learn from every situation.
All right. For Paternity Direct?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll read it again for you. Telephone number is area code 972-656-1954. Again, Paternity Direct is located at 12,000 Ford Road, Suite 411. That's found in Dallas, Texas, 75234. PaternityDirect.com.
Oh, we got your information already posted.
Yeah, I already
On our-
posted.
on-
I already
we got
posted.
we got
Yeah,
you
we
covered.
got you
For
We got you
the
covered.
people who are cleaning up and listening to us, PaternityDirect.com.
Direct.com.
PaternityDirect.com. You know, I'm going to say that every.
And Shimmy, what you got?
All right, real quick. Mine gonna be real quick. $5.99, $1.59, whatever road you choose, give that child a piece of mind.
PaternityDirect.com.
I like that. I like that.
All right, Q, you ain't got long for your
All right.
sermon.
So again, everybody, thank you so much for watching the show. Listen, make sure you share this broadcast. Make sure you like it, give us some hearts, all that good stuff. Check us on next week because we got another great show for you on this weekend. What's up, Mo? Everything all right?
I'm trying to figure out how to do my live. Paternity Direct. You know what? I'm gonna just say Mo told you to come.
She done gave a whole sponsorship.
Yeah. Hey, Mo told me to come here to get tested. So
hey, we're here for it. We is here for it.
Also, listen, and if you definitely need a DNA test, and you definitely would love to come on Master Gas to make sure that everything is all right and stuff like that, mastergas.com. We're definitely going to share Paternity Direct's information on our website, so we can go ahead and get you connected. Tell us your story. Email us your story. info@mastergas.com. We will call you. We'll talk to you about what's going on, and we will get you in and let's get you tested. And we'll definitely make sure that everything is discreet. And listen, if it's going to be a situation where you think, you know, you're not going to be able to have people come and get what you need, then wait until that happens first. You want to make sure that the people are willing, because you want to make sure that a willing vessel is a vessel that can be used. And I will say that, and that's those are my encouraging words. A willing vessel is a vessel that don't mind being used.
Paternity.com.
Paternitydirect.com. Catch us next week, everybody. And
and
we'll see you guys on next week. Peace out. Have a good day.
I just got hit in the bedroom.
I should have told them that.
We gonna direct
Why
it to
didn't
paternity.
it just be nationwide? I mean,
Oh, that's okay.
nationwide,
We
yeah.
can do this.